Bitch, I'm a pothead. If you saying with smoke, fuck it.
I guess that's how we're starting this. I just lost a fucking joint. It's the greatest fucking thing yet, boys.
You got one at least?
I got one. I'm gonna have
I
to
got
roll
another
another
one
one
if you
for
need
sure.
it.
But yeah, welcome to the Second Spliff. Just I guess a bunch of buddies hanging out every week. Maybe I didn't lose the fucking joint.
Okay, we good.
He's got it.
But
You got it.
Yeah, there's been some times where we've had some conversations and thought to ourselves, you know, they should be recorded so everybody else can enjoy them. And from that, I guess we had the idea to make a podcast just so each one of our friends can look back on it. And everybody else can have a good time too with some nice scenery. We don't really want like a typical podcast, you know? Not like, we got some good people coming on, and we're excited to have some pretty decent conversations. So in that, we're going to spark one of these, and I guess we'll get to it.
That's it.
There is one thing I've been meaning to hold out on since we had a conversation again. And you know how in Tobermory there's that glass boat that you can go on a tour on? I know Donnie knows.
The glass floor, you're saying?
Yeah, like the glass floor boat. So, our techie guy, Donnie, we went on a trip together, him and I and his brother, and we did this glass floor trip thing. So they take you on a boat, and they go over like the clearest water in all of Ontario, and they just let you see this massive shipwreck. So I guess, I don't know if it was recently or over the past like few months or whatever, but this one girl, I guess, no, it couldn't have been in the past few months, because it was saying the water temperature was like fucking below freezing and shit, and like it was just a cold day type of deal, and she wasn't enjoying it. But they did like some underwater fucking photo shoot with scuba divers, and this girl was like in a dress on this shipwreck and shit. Fucking, it's crazy. I don't know if there's
Beautiful place out there, man.
Bro, it's
Where was that at?
Tobermory. Like we were talking about planning a trip and shit there.
Yeah, how far is that from here?
6 hours.
It's like, yeah, just up north, straight, 5-6 hours.
That's
Nice
not
spot.
far.
Like you said, some of the best water, too, you ever see. Like, around us.
Yeah. You know, toss in it. Count me out.
Because what lake is that off of? That's St. Clair, is that not?
Yeah, I think so. It might be.
I forget exactly, but
It really
it's like
might
somewhere
be.
up that area.
A little windy out here.
Bruce Peninsula, yes, that's what it is.
No, that shit is so nice, because when we went, they take you out around like Teapot Island, I think it's called, or like, I don't know the name specifically.
Yeah.
But it's like this boat goes around the island, takes you into like this little harbor area. You got like a lighthouse and shit. But this girl, bro, they were like, I seen the video, they were feeding her the oxygen and shit from like the scuba divers.
Yeah.
So they broke like a record. It was like the longest like photo shoot underwater or something like that. Which to me is crazy, because first off, I don't like deep water. Fuck that. If I can't see the bottom, I'm
The
not going in it.
thalassophobia or some shit it's called.
Yeah, thalassophobia.
Whatever the fuck that
Something
is,
of open
bro.
waters.
That
It's
shit's
like
scary.
just the fact, I get it, it's crystal clear, but the fact that she's just like doing her thing, free diving, as well as taking a photo shoot on like a shipwreck, like, could you fucking imagine? That's insane.
No, that is. It's a once in a lifetime thing too. Like, you know, like fuck, that's
Oh, yeah.
something crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, that's
Word.
exactly right where it's off of. Like I said, some of the nicest water you ever seen out there, anywhere around here, like, you know, that's in driving distance. Like, it's fucking amazing. The only thing that I will say though that sucks is that having like anywhere southern Ontario, there's no good real crown land. Like, that's the only thing for somewhere like that's out there for you guys to go. The amount of crown land that you think that would be there for everybody to pull up and do that is not there.
I think the only crown land available closest to us is like past 7 hours maybe.
Well, because you go northern, you go like more up north, and they say like 90% of it is crown land. You can do whatever you want, camp wherever you want.
Crown land?
Yeah, like crown land, like it's where you can camp, you can do all that, right? You don't need nothing, or that's why they say all northern up there. You go up there, you can go wherever, find any spot. It don't matter. They ain't gonna say nothing. Down here, it's like a struggle just to find a little place to do something. Where it's.
But I didn't bring two, number one. And number two is funny because we were just talking about, fuck. What were we talking about?
Got him already.
Hold on a second.
Got him already.
Oh, we were just talking about, whether or not this is a dumbass idea, because like we don't know what type of opportunities it might jeopardize smoking weed on the internet. But
It is what it is, man.
at this point, fuck it.
Where we're at, it's legal all the way through, so I don't see a problem. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even. Does it really matter how much you have on you at this point in time?
Like, does it matter now?
Yeah. Like, do they?
No, yeah, definitely still does. I think we're only legal up to 30 grams or something like that. I think of dried flower. Like, yeah, just about an ounce. Yeah, you're allowed per person. Yeah, because I know if you get your if you get a medical marijuana license or any kind of thing like that, I think you're allowed to carry up to 150 grams on you at that point. So
150 grams?
I'm pretty sure, because I tried looking it up the one day, just wondering, and I'm pretty sure it was like 150 grams of dried flower that you're allowed to carry up on you at a time.
That's a true friend not taking your lighter.
No. Big lighter thieves, though, you know what I'm saying? Gotta watch out. But yeah.
That's so funny. You go to any place with somebody. Yo, you got a light? That's why fucking the lighter leashes are the best, but I broke
Never
mine. I gotta
lose
get
them.
Another one. Yeah. Well, not even that. It's just like fucking people you don't know asking for, yo, can I fucking bum a light real quick? Yeah, bro, here. It's on a leash. You're not putting it in your pocket.
Easy.
I would take fucking, no. No. Yeah, it's wild, man. The whole thought of like what we might be doing 2 years time. This is the first podcast. Obviously, it's not gonna turn out A1. It's not no quality, high-end, crazy shit, man. Trying to fucking figure some shit out.
Trying to do stuff, man. Looking for another way to connect with people. You know, the guests on here, you know, you start to learn a lot of stuff. I want to actually learn something off of this for the people that we meet, not just like just something that we're chilling and.
For me, it has a lot to do with the people that don't believe in this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a lot of the older people in the generation that are just like, nah, you can't do that, you can't do this. That's a pipe dream, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Yeah.
Especially the stigma around weed too, because like back then, I know my parents' age and that it was frowned upon, bro. Like even before 2017, you were getting arrested for fucking having a couple grams on you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All of a sudden, one day in October, it was bam, legal. And then out from there, it was like, oh yeah, we don't care. So like the whole stigma around weed and trying to convince somebody else that there are business people who regularly just enjoy fucking smoking.
I never saw the difference with this and a cigarette. I would rather have people smoke joints than having a cigarette. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always looked at it like that. What's the difference then, or with this and a beer? You know, somebody getting a beer, like, you know, like the way you gotta look at that is so, it's different now. Exactly, everybody gets a beer, but what? Because I choose to smoke a joint, or to whatever, to hit a bong, or take a dab, like, you know, you gotta look at it different. So I think it's crazy. But I'm glad now, and like you said, like, it's more open. You know what I'm saying? I see more people now that actually want to do stuff with the weed industry. Even just out in public, people be smoking. I see people smoke at bus stops now. Like, you know, back then you would never do that.
It's a conversation piece, man, and that's kind of like what I'm super stoked about for this podcast and for each one of us involved is there's a lot that can be learned from somebody who has that connection via weed. You could be out just smoking a joint. Someone says, yo, that's good. Like me personally, I met a lot of people even just mentioning that we were thinking about starting this podcast. Like, what's it about? Oh, we're just going to smoke weed and try and educate ourselves via whatever outlet we can, you know? Like, we got various people who are already interested to come on. And we're just filming the first one now, so.
But it's a big way to connect and just a common interest with so many more people, too. I think nowadays, too, like, way more people smoke than what they used to. So many looks of it has changed for a lot of people.
Well, I look at it, bro. If you're gonna smoke, you just gotta stand on business. You know what I mean? You gotta take care of what you gotta take care of outside of smoking weed. Like, if you let it affect you negatively, then it's gonna fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? But if you're
just
taking
anything,
if you're taking it for the right reasons,
I could compare it the same way to fast food. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like in that sense, you know, you eat too much fast food, make it a thing. It's gonna be the bad.
End up like my fat ass. Yeah.
It's about like it's gonna fuck you up the same thing. You know, it just depends on how you're using it, what you're doing it, and what's your purpose, like, you know?
Yeah, me and McDonald's got a good relationship, bro.
That's another thing, right? Everybody's body's different. For what that person might use it for, it might be completely different for you compared to you, like, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, especially the tolerance thing. Like, I hear people say after 2 beers, like, okay, wait, hold on. The government of Canada legally in Ontario, you can have a certain amount of beer or a blood alcohol level, we'll call it, because it's just alcohol in general.
Yeah.
But they allow you with a G-class driver's license to you can have a certain amount. So who's to say?
But is there a certain amount for weed?
No.
Nothing.
It's just instantly like, oh, you're high? All right, whatever. At least that's what I think it is. But who's to say that somebody who doesn't smoke that may be watching this, somebody who's fucking maybe ripping a bong token gone for in the next 7 to 8 hours, opposed to somebody who's ripping dabs every day? There's definitely a tolerance difference, and I think people know their limits. Like, I'm going to go ahead and assume. And if you don't, then maybe just take a nap.
Well, bro, they think a lot of people are. Well, I mean, they treat it like a DUI, don't they?
Yeah,
You
it's
get-
the same.
right?
It's
So-
an impaired driving, right?
If they think a lot of people are drinking and driving, bro, they have no clue how many people are fucking smoking and driving right now, dude.
Well, that's another thing too that I see now all the time is people just whip around like it's a cigarette. You know, they don't even think about it twice. Like, oh, you know what this could be if you get caught. Like, you know.
That's a whole like fuck up. That's a whole fuck
Now,
up.
I don't want to be that guy and fucking straight talk about weather, but we might get caught up in some shit.
I will get the minutes out of it.
You know, it wouldn't be the fucking first time, but
You know, still making it work. Hey,
Fuck it though.
not bad right now. I mean, I ain't complaining.
I forgot this was indica and now my ass is getting numb. It's fucking me right up,
Yo,
bro.
actually, no, hold on. That's another thing. That's one other thing because I don't think I've ever even asked anybody else this, but like for you, like, so that's what happens when you be smoking indica. That's what you know, kind of thing. Like when you getting that high, you getting that slumped out.
Yeah. Well, now the only thing for me is like, I feel like when like right now, I'm smoking indica, I feel like I'm grounded, you know? I know it's not necessarily that weed has such an effect on me that I'm tweaking out, but when it's indica, I feel a lot more aware. You know, when I'm on sativa for some reason, bro, I don't know. Like my
I was
mind's
never a
just all
sativa
over the
person.
place,
For me,
bro.
I can't.
For real.
But
All
because that's
over
why I
the
always say, like, I know some people, like, some people can only smoke the sativa, and that's what keeps them going. Doesn't matter whether it's 3 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon. That's just what works for
Yeah,
them. And
Let's be real. Did anybody like we 22, we 24? Right? I'm saying, like, did anybody from like, sorry, mom, dad, 14 years old to like 20 or 19? Not that late. Like maybe 18, 17, 18, 14 to 17, 18. When I started smoking weed, I didn't give a fuck what it was. I didn't care what strain it was. I didn't care what
no, I didn't
sativa,
care. Yeah.
indica. I don't know.
If it got you
It
high,
doesn't.
you
Yeah,
don't.
exactly. And regardless of what it was, I was getting completely faded. You know. Shout out to Jason because Jason bought me.
Full name, bro.
Nah, for real, Jason bought me for my birthday, I think, or Christmas. I don't know. Shout out Jason, but he got me sativa and indica, right? And he gave it to me, and he's like, "Yo, this is this is sativa, this is indica, this is what's going on.
Kinda
Like,
put you onto
try
that
it.
difference.
Let me know if you feel the difference and shit." I'm like, word. So that's what kind of got me into it. So now I like to pick and choose, but
See, I never cared. I was the same way. I never really cared. Just if it got you high and that's
Yeah.
what bro had or that's what, you could pick up at the time, that was just what it was. But nowadays, yeah, for me at least, it's a really big difference. Like, you can't smoke straight sativa, like I said. Even a hybrid, I like hybrids, but,
yeah.
just depends. Sometimes the sativa takes me way out of, like, won't get nothing done. Like, it cancels a lot of shit more than an indica for me. I could smoke that all day and be chilling.
see, with me, I don't really find like a difference between a hybrid. Like, it's either I rarely ever find a 50-50. Like, I'm not gonna find a perfect match. But it's always, when I'm picking up a hybrid, it's like, it's mostly an indica dominant. I don't really find too many sativa dominant hybrids either like get you that high.
Yeah.
Do you feel a difference when you smoke indica to sativa though? Because I know some people don't. Like I said, like some people can just smoke whatever and that's just what it is, and they don't. It's the same high they get.
We gotta go.
All right, well,
We're
we
gonna
got
get
the big
pissed
clouds, I think.
on.
we're getting cut short, guys. Hey, we'll just call this the intro. What do you want to call it?
Call it episode 1.
We'll
Yeah,
just
this
say
is episode 1,
hey,
baby.
it's the
We ain't
mixtape
stopping
of
it now.
podcasts, with just one song on it, I guess.
Best thing about this is actually hold on. That sky is kind of turning green. But the best thing about this podcast It'll most likely always be a different scene each time. We're trying to make some different type of thing going on here. So we'll revisit something like this, definitely in many sort of ways.
Yeah, no, definitely. This will be the. I love this
Nah,
vibe.
this will be what keeps people coming. You know what I'm saying?
It really is rolling in. If y'all
nah,
can
bro.
see the,
Yeah.
yeah, we out. Yeah, we out. We out. Yeah, we out. We out.
Hey, we get it. Chill out.